everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays the Binding of Isaac AFTERBIRTH Plus, where we've been doing Let's do a negative Cain that could also do Mega Satan. Negative Cain, Mega Satan. Apparently I was mistaken, offensively mistaken. You can do Mega Satan and the Lamb in the same run. Whether or not we can strike, gold there, we'll see. 9A7 for EC8, or as I say, Ek 8. Haha, DAE, La Ek. Okay, that worked. We avoided a troll bomb, all to give ourselves another troll bomb. But actually, if I'm on today, the half spirit heart garnered from that room might actually be enough to protect us from some ensuing deal with the devil danger. When that debit comes due. I was just trying to alliterate it. Didn't really fit. Okay, question marks. Dangerous except when they're not. Infestation 2, inarguably one of the best items in the game, I think. And gets better as we get better. That's the thing. You want your items to get better with you. You don't want your items, when you're doing bad, they're doing bad, and then all of a sudden you're doing well, and the item goes, you gotta do worse so you can, make better use of Cain's nearsighted friend. The answer to that question is no. I refuse. Excuse me. Got a lot of flies out of that one. Amnesia. New rooms. New rooms. Okay. I don't like this fire. I see the danger inherent in that fire. We're just gonna keep moving on here. Having some extra spiders is gonna help out, even without any extra damage, but the extra damage is gonna take this into like 12 out of 10 range for us. If we can make it happen. But first we need to create that situation out from under us. Damage. PJs. It's just like 7 spirit hearts. And here I was thinking that we were being a smart guy. We got that half spirit heart. I was going to rely on that. We just got like 4 extra spirit hearts for picking up PJs. Low-key, though, I actually think that PJs is probably one of those boss items. I'm always internally in my head, and I don't know whether it's based on, new information or, my present play style or, how the mood strikes me, but I'm always reevaluating items. Items I love sometimes end up becoming items that I think are not so good. Rarely do they go from, like, beloved to garbage. Kidney Stone is, like, the closest thing I've ever seen to do that. Maybe Triple Shot as well, but the only kind of triple shot I want is flavor in my macchiato. I've never consumed a macchiato. Do I get drinks at Starbucks occasionally if it's the closest coffee shop? I'm a black coffee sort of guy, though, I gotta admit. It's not meant to be, machismo. It's mostly, I just enjoy bitter flavors. I also like a lot of beers that people, when I say, hey, you should try this. They try it and they go, oh, it tastes like, gin filtered through gasoline. And I'm like, yeah, isn't it great? Abaddon is fine here. I mean, it's better than fine. The question becomes, would we rather have shop key or free golden chests? Shop key has probably got a lower floor. Or sorry, a higher floor and yet a lower ceiling for usefulness. This, which I'm going to keep, much higher ceiling, but oftentimes there might be several floors where we never get to use it at all. So, for now, though, I think it's good. We're going to stick with it. If we get Guppy's Tail or something like that, we're rolling. I like strong flavors. People, they have created the idea, and this might have scientific backing to it, at least for now. I say that as if I have some kind of privileged information. I do not, but, at least not related to taste buds, but people consider themselves super tasters. I'm not a super taster. I like everybody, whenever you learn about the idea that there's tasters, super tasters, and like sub-tasters. I wanted to be a super taster. Why wouldn't you? This room could be huge. It means you taste things more strongly. It's like the circumcision argument, but for your taste buds instead of, your glands. Either way, though, let's not go down that road. Got bombs, but we spent bombs as well, so it's kind of a wash. A little bit of money in the process. I don't think I'm a super taster. I think I'm like a sub taster. I think I have bad taste buds. Or there's like, you know, something's clogged up the connection. Maybe I ate too many Cheetos. It clogged up the connection nerves between my taste buds and my brain. But that's probably how that works, right? Yeah, why not? I think I taste less than the average person. Ooh, I could live with Iron Bar. That's not bad. I love hot sauce. I love, like, you know, sour beers. I love bitter beers. I love vinegar. This is a kind of a Canadian and also British, probably originally British, if, you know, give credit where it's due, thing. But I love vinegar as a condiment. Give me, you know, vinegared radish. Give me vinegar on French fries. 100% into it. One of the things I always forget when we have Americans, I mean, I could save one key and go to the shop, but it's kind of like, who cares? When we have people over and they're American and they haven't been to Canada before, they always go, it's so weird at the, like, the food court where you get your drinks and also the condiments for your fries or whatever, there's always vinegar. You like, for cleaning supplies? It's no, dog, to eat. We eat it. And I think it's delicious. A little sour vinegar on a crispy French fry, maybe with some fish and chips. Sign me up. I'm invested. I'd rather have that than mayonnaise, but I understand that's a contentious topic. Anyway, I like strong flavors. I think if liking strong flavors makes me a sub-taster, then so be it. I am a sub-taster. I can live with that. There have been times, can I tell you about some of the most, you know, embarrassing snacks I've ever eaten in my life? How about a piece of cheese with some Cholula on it? That's one. Gone through days like that. How about bologna and a cheese string ripped up and then put on top of it? You can see there's kind of like a common recurring element here. Let's get in through here, sorry. I got distracted remembering the most shameful snacks I've ever consumed in my entire life. Bighorn, it's going to be a test for our damage. I think it's positive if we can take out Bighorn quickly, I'll be happy. We're only 6 minutes in, so we're already ahead of schedule. And then if we can beat this guy in under 4 minutes, it's going to be even better. We do still have item room shop, mob trap room, etc., to go to here. And what am I going to use the Emperor for? Well, I was kind of hoping... I guess we don't have to do the Hush fight now that I think about it. I also just realized we didn't even give ourselves a shot at fighting Mega Satan, dude. So be it, though. Bob's Rotten Head, in need of replacement. Hopefully, yeah, that is a shop for us. So we'll use a key, because keys are actually probably less valuable than bombs. Pay to play will probably pay for itself. The lovers won't, because it's kind of garbage. Let's go put in as much money as we can here while leaving ourselves with enough money to also have a chance at an arcade on the next floor. We'll probably get more as time goes on. I bet it broke anyway, so, like, it's good for us. Just keep it up here. We will look for our item room first, you know, because if we can get damage upgrades, we want to stack those up ASAP. Just remember, we're not spending keys on anything anymore. Keys are actually, like, are they a completely useless item for us now to get a key? What do you use keys for? No, not completely useless. We could use them on a key beggar. We don't need them for golden chests for now. We don't need them for doors for now. Yeah, I think the only thing we can really use them for is key beggars. That's a rare situation. I don't know if I've ever found myself in that situation before. We'll pick up a key. That's actually, for once, like a really bad trade. I do not care about I'm drowsy. Although, to be fair, if we get access to delirium, I'm drowsy is 10 out of 10. But am I really going to dedicate one full slot of our entire loadout to just making the delirium fight a little easier? No, we've already done delirium. Not necessary. Okay, that's... I'm glad I checked, because I was thinking about it, to be honest with you. I was like, maybe this would be a good opportunity for us to knock this out, but since we've already done it, that'll be irrelevant. Guppy, guppy, guppy. No gupsters. I do want to take the pills. If we're going to take the pills, we should probably save the Emperor card, because we're already done a pod. So is the point of the X-Lax pill just that it's a joke? Just that it makes you poop yourself and then you slip on the poop? Because, like, I was watching to see if it did any damage to enemies. Usually I use pills at the end of a room when there's no enemies around. But that time, you know, we had a chance and I was rebuked. So, won't be too excited about using that pill in the future. 5 bombs. Do I care about a second secret room? Yeah, could make a deal with the devil a little easier. 5 pills could be good. X-Lax sucks. I'm drowsy is great, but useless right now. Puberty's fine. I'm excited. Substantially worse than I'm drowsy, and we can't just get rid of the effects by using an I'm drowsy pill, I think. So we'll move on and be upset by this. We could always use the Emperor card right away, but I'd rather... we could use it here. We can get value out of it here. This is good, and then we Emperor card, and all of a sudden we got spiders and flies. Oh me, oh my. Yeah, I take no pleasure. I know, well, just in general, I take no pleasure. It's a bad habit, I find, to take pleasure, because it leads to complacency. No, this is an exaggeration of my character. I take no pleasure. I think a lot of people tend to overestimate themselves. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. If it's good for self-confidence, then so be it. I think I take a very realistic view of myself, you know? I've got a lot of flaws. I don't know, it sounds like when you say that, it's like an admission that you're a bad person. No, I actually think I'm just stupid in a couple of different ways that I'm not really offended by calling myself. I'm like a computer, and not even in a DAE, you know, programming sort of way. I notice this. When other people get instructions from people, if they're like, hey, can you pick me up, you know, juice from the store? They run it through like an internal interpreter. You know, they go like, okay, well, they said they wanted juice to be picked up. I know them, so I want, you know, I'll just pick them up some apple juice, and then this is the kind of apple juice they like, so I'll get that. I'm not like that. I make an effort to be like that, but I'm not like that. Instead, my brain just starts inundating them with aggravating questions. Well, what kind of juice do you want? You know, what brand of juice do you want? What size of juice do you want? Other people just let it go. Me, myself, I take it almost like a computerized set of instructions. And you're gonna say that that's, you know, on the spectrum. I wouldn't go that far. You know, nothing, of course, meant to be insulting to that degree. But no, I don't think it's like that. I think I'm hyper literal, or more in my, as I've grown older, I've become more hyper literal. An endless source of frustration for my wife. Like when she's like, "Can you get me that?" Brain does not understand. What is that? Sometimes like, oh, I got a wooden spoon. I go give it to her. She's like, what am I gonna do with this? I'm like, I don't know. It was the first object I saw. So when you said that, I just figured we were on the same page. Not always true. Rarely true. I require specific instructions. You can probably notice that in the way that I speak to other people as well. Like when I try to give people specific instructions because that's what I want. You know, I don't want people to say like, I don't want it to approach ridiculousness. I don't use your legs to walk over to me, and like that just it comes across as offensive. But you know, if we're talking about how to join a lobby, I'm like press Shift Tab, open the Steam community friends list, and then join on me. You know, I don't just say, hey, join my game. I try to give some useful feedback, but I think it leads to me caricaturizing myself sometimes, which can also be funny. Dude, sissy long legs, I'm excited. Moreover, terrible eyesight. I don't think I'm a good taster. I don't think I hear that well. I'm wondering, you know, they say when one sense dims and all the other senses grow stronger. I don't know what sense I'm missing here. Or what sense I'm gaining here, I should say. Smell? My sense of smell is actually terrible. I must be like the greatest toucher of all time. Because I'm missing like a quarter of every other sense, I should say. But that it's kind of like I'm missing a quarter of 4 cents. It sort of makes sense. There's like a monetary related pun in there, you see. There we go again with the disambiguity. Regardless, I think I'd take a realistic approach to myself. I think most people, you could, and this is not to look down on anybody, I used to be like this as well, you know, you get introduced to a new phenomenon. You know, 1 in 10 people has a gene that gives them blah, blah, blah resistance. Oh, I have that. Look, I know it's a 1 in 10 chance, but I'm pretty sure I've got it. Because as a kid one time, I scratched myself on a, you know, rusty fence post and I didn't get sick, so I'm pretty sure I got that gene. That's my impression, at least. But I really do have that gene. I've cut myself on some rusty fence posts. And I ain't ever get a tetanus shot, except that one time I got bitten by a dog while I was riding my bike, and then the hospital was like, you gotta get a tetanus shot. And I was like, all right, whatever gets me out of here so I can play All-Star Baseball 98. Larry Walker's hit 98 home runs this year. I'm gunning for 100. We're not even at the All-Star break yet. It was an accidental great segue. I'm gonna applaud myself for that because there's another topic to be had. You guys play sports video games? I know a lot of people. I know my audience. A lot of people are gonna say yes, and I like that. A lot of people are gonna say no, and that's fine too. You know, you like what you like. But sports video games, ever since they've started adding these like career modes, the biggest revolution in the industry, at least that small sector of the industry, is gotten in like 10 years. Things have been real weird. Because, like, I played a ton of NHL 09. Now, this is an almost 10-year-old game at this point, but, you know, sports games have a problem in that they try to, like, replicate a simulation-esque view of the sport most of the time, yet at the same time, if you're better than the computer, you can end up, you know, in hockey, for example, you could end up scoring, like, 4 goals a game as the player you're controlling. I don't know how much hockey you've watched in your life. That's not a very real... That's, like, 300 goals a season. Shatter the record by like a factor of 3 or something like that. So we get this weird situation where like when you play an NHL 09, you'd score like 4 goals, but you wouldn't back check that hard, and your coach would send you down to the minor leagues. It's like, you know, sending David Beckham down to, you know, be with the under 16 crowd or something like that, you know, in development camp. And they'd be like, we really didn't like your hustle out there. My dude, I've scored more points by February than anybody else in the NHL has ever scored in their career. We're 44-0, my dude. Maybe they've gotten better about that. It's been a while, admittedly. I won't buy the modern sports games until they put more of them on PC. It's not even like it's not even making a stand. It's not like a philosophical issue where I'm like, I can't support those business practices. It's more just like, I want to play them on PC, and I think your reasons are stupid. I don't want to go, you know, because the thing is, if I get NHL 17, or I guess it's 18 this year, and I play it on the couch in the living room, then my wife is going to know how much NHL I play. What I want to do is pretend I'm working and have plausible deniability from playing NHL behind closed doors. I think that's the secret right there. Wow, we got Little Baggy. What a piece of garbage. That's actually 99% a joke. I think sports games are in a good place, man. Apparently the NHL ones recently, not been that good. Always a little bit of a falter when they hit a new generation, although generation's like 4 years old at this point. But MLB The Show is like, until Divinity, probably my favorite RPG of this generation, including West of Loathing. I think they knocked it out of the park. I haven't played this year's, but I mean, the last one I played was 2014, but that is just an RPG. But I've already gone off many, many times on the tangent of like, stop hating sports. Sports are just, you know, Dungeons and Dragons games for jocks instead of nerds. Like, the intersection between jocks and nerds is way closer than I think most people that would identify as either would tend to believe. Tons of gamers love sports, dude. It's like, football is like real life Warhammer. I don't really watch much. I don't watch any football really, but it's like real life Warhammer. Except occasionally, you know, brain injuries, but somebody's probably been hit in the head over Warhammer. I wouldn't surprise. It's an expensive hobby. We're on the depths 2. We might make boss rush. This is tough because if we get Hive Mind, we'd probably rather have Guppy's head. If we don't get Hive Mind, Shoop the Whoop is going to be like incredible. Shoop the Whoop also is it almost has a problem of being too good. Not too good to use, just too good. Because it's going to kill enemies, and if we kill the enemies with Shoop the Whoop, I don't think we get spiders out of them. Never mind, I am incorrect. We totally get spiders out of them. So I think, you know, a Tears upgrade is on the docket for us. If we can get that, I'd be over the moon. If we can't, I would like to get HP that we could trade to a deal with the devil. I think we might want to just do... Oh, that was bad. Oh, and another use for keys at least, although we have golden keys regardless. We might just want to do boss rush. Look, all we're trying to do on this run is get the negative. That's like, if we get the negative and make it to the lamb fight, I'm a happy camper. So I'm going to re-roll this whole run because I think it's more fun to test that. Hey, excuse me, my cat. No. You know you get attention when you go under the computer. Don't go under the computer. Get up here. Go in your box. We got this box. You can sleep in the box. Don't get out of the box. The box is for cats. No transformations. What are these shots? These are shots I've never seen before. Weird egg shots. We're flying. We got Hive Mind. We do not have Tarot Cloth, which is what I was looking for there. We're about to get some more HP. Bombs are normal. Let's look for good cards. Oh, dude, we have cards again because we lost the little baggie. Okay. That's swell. We also have an enormous Bob's Brain. I don't know, these, like, the tiers look pretty good. They're like, parasite shots, but elliptical, like a Nordic track. Joker? Alright, we can hold 2, so why not? This is another new room, I think. They are like Ipecac shots that... Oh, that's really good. They're Ipecac shots, but they don't explode. At least, they don't explode by nature. Should check the shop. I would love to donate more, but I don't think that's going to be in the cards. There is a card, though. Double Joker? What's our other card? The Stars? Yeah! Why not, right? Red Candle. Useless because our damage is so good, but otherwise probably pretty good. Technically, it's probably shrewder to go with the... Oh, right, Hive Mind. Technically, it's probably shrewder to go with the Stars card because we can use that to teleport out, then grab both of our Joker cards. Do we have a Holy Mantle as well? We have Leprosy, an item that I don't think is that good necessarily, but is a lot of fun. And we'll keep taking these just in case one day there's a value to it. Just watch out. It's like Hive Mind is the only thing that can screw you here. Negative, please. Thank you. We've already fought Krampus. We could fight him again, I think. A Thame is okay. Judas' Shadow we don't want to use, but it's not necessarily terrible. And we got Curse of the Blind, so we don't know what we're going to get here. E. coli. It's okay. So we're going to bounce out. Remember, Mega Satan negative. So we want to go to Shoal. That's the important part. We want to go to Shoal. I'm going to Joker it up right here, right off the bat. Why take Brother Bobby? Essentially, inertia. The idea that it would have been the right thing to do if we had taken the Polaroid also factors in. You know, why break habit, basically. I'm going to be a little lazy about consumables, because I take pleasure in productive laziness from time to time, as I'm going to call it. You know, I think that there's a certain rest and relaxation element. I'm not saying you should ever half-ass anything. You know, I'm a firm believer. When I do something, it's been a long time since I've handed in at least, let's say, a piece of schoolwork that I was not... proud is kind of a strong word, but that I was not, like, content with. When I was younger, occasionally, you know, you're like, I worked on this for like an hour, couldn't figure it out, it's only worth 5% of my grade, who cares? Now I'm like, I don't care if it's worth 1% of my grade. I take pride in a job done right. It's an attitude I'm trying to cultivate as I get older here. That being said, I guess in the end I kind of screwed myself because I don't really have much of a defense to offer for my occasionally willfully lazy Isaac play. Except for the fact that, you know, maybe you can be lazy about the things that have no effect on your grade whatsoever, like getting your 40th key on a run where there's not going to be 40 locks, let's put it that way. Rune Bag, well worth it. Another reason I am quite happy we managed to get rid of Little Baggy, which is basically trash. So is that, unfortunately. That's the fourth, or the third and fourth golden key we've gotten over the course of this run. Your boy is over the golden key situation. Algiz, though, he's quite happy with. Only things I'd love to see now, like, I need to have this sort of level, and I don't even need to have it, but I would love to see immunity to explosions. And honestly, I think Infamy does give you that option, so I think. Host Hat, obviously, and Pyromaniac, of course. Pyromaniac's the big one, but Alright, we'll just keep moving for now. We're looking for guppy items, and when we're not getting them, we're moving on. I always forget what that is. Because it looks like the gauze, but I don't think that was the gauze. I can't tell if I gained HP off of it. So the other play for us is Mega Satan. I don't think we're getting it. You gotta get a dad's key payout at this point. Or, like, technically you could find an angel room. You could play the self-sacrifice room and make it happen. Obviously, we don't have the HP for that just yet, but in theory, the potentiality exists. And then beyond that, the other option would be... if we can... I'm trying to think about how we get an angel stat. If we get, like, purity or duality is the one. Yeah, if we get duality, go into the angel room. There's 2 angel statues in there, because apparently one of the things the new booster pack does is actually make it so that every angel statue gives you a key piece if you don't have one already. So you can actually get 2 key pieces from the same room. I'd rather keep alges, just to keep ourselves going here. So you can probably guess from my tone of voice that not necessarily thinking it's too likely that we're going to get the angel statue here, and that's fine. Mega Satan is always, it's finicky. But I'm learning to relish, you know, the time that we have without having absolutely everything unlocked, and it's a pleasure to have some sort of extrinsic goal, because, you know, eventually, sooner than you might think, we're probably going to hit a point in which we've got everything done in Isaac again. Probably not, you know, within the next 3 months or something, but, you know, before the next year is out. Without a doubt. And a year, honestly, is one of the few YouTube series, I think, well, one of the lower percentage, at least, YouTube series where, like, you know, it's not really that much of a time investment. A year of one Isaac a day is, like, 5% of the Isaac that we've ever done. So I think we'll take Joker and Yera. We have Alges, Yera, Joker, Yera. Okay. So I'm taking a very, you know, copacetic view to it. Might be a good way to describe it. I'm like, it takes as long as it takes. Maybe we don't get Mega Satan done in this one. But, you know, at some point in the future, it's unavoidable. It will happen. And as a result, I remain unconcerned. Please. I am very surprised we didn't get hit. Dude, we get to keep our Joker card, so I'm happy about that. The items suck. So we'll go Shoal. Very important. Then Joker. Razor Blade. I'm so shell-shocked by the existence of this item that does nothing for us right now that I'm not even going to make the Jay Leno joke that people think I invented, but was actually completely co-opted from a Frank Caliendo bit like 11 years ago. What are these enemies? When they die, they do anti-birth stuff. Alges and Yera. We don't need AAA battery. It does nothing for us because our shots are better than Red Candle. We'll still use Red Candle on occasion, but there's some irrelevancy. I mean, why not get HP? That's a good way to describe it. Whatever we get from this, we can also reroll. Do we want to? Maybe, dude. Let's see what we can get. Yeah, like, that's way better. Not really eager to play a Demon Judgment with 0 HP. Also, stop shooting, because Fire Mine is going to make you pay. Start looking for Tinted Rocks, my man. You're getting low on HP for somebody who wants to do, like, another floor's worth of goodness. We haven't taken very much damage since the reroll. And, dude, I haven't even talked about, like, the reroll prospects. I thought it was pretty good. Obviously, our run is worse now than it was when we had, you know, good damage. Not so great rate of fire, but good damage and, double Yera? Why not? Triple Yera? That's ridiculous. It's not quite as good as our previous run, but it's new. And newness is super goodness. You know what I mean? Probably not. It's an inherently meaningless expression. I don't know if I believe in the Guppy Dream anymore. And moreover, if we get one Guppy item on... Pardon me. If we get one Guppy item on the lamb floor, we'll get like 4 Guppy items on the lamb floor because of our double Yara. I think that math checks out. 1 becomes 2, 2 becomes 4, yeah. See? You can tell this guy's still in school. 2 to the power of 0, 2 to the power... So 0 doublings gives us 1. 1 doubling gives us 2. 2 doublings gives us 4. Of course, you could just, you know... You don't have to get those that exponent key involved in there. I was just trying to think of the method, the pattern that made it more plausible. Why are we creating troll bombs? Is that bomb bag making me an upset boy every time I look around? Every time I look around. Okay. So. What am I hitting myself with? Also, I'm almost certainly going to become Dark Judas. Let's try not to, but I've created a strange situation. Actually, don't get down on yourself, because if we're able to beat Magus or regular Satan, we will probably get at least some Spirit Hearts due to our aggressive doubling on the next floor. So I would try not to let yourself, you know, feel the burn too much just yet, at least. So, you know what? First things first, blow this up. Then Yara. Then Yara. Okay. Look at the cards. Temperance. The Moon. Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune is very good. See, those are all going to be bombs, so... We don't need moon cards? No, that's too many bombs, dude. Spirit Hearts! We in this. Please do not blow me up. Wheel of Fortune. 1 Spirit Heart on every single one of those. Little annoying, but hey, Magic Mush. That's really good. Also gave us the Fungi transformation. Temperance. We should probably blow all these up at the same time. But we also have Infinity Bombs. We should probably also play them. That one got less of a, you know, catchy comeback for. Alright. We found our secret room. And we got Polyphemus inside of it, so, who's laughing now? I'm laughing now. Okay, I'm no longer laughing at all. That being said, this is 35 damage. I would describe that as a lot. It's an AWAS? Can't remember what the M is. Rate of fire is just, like, destroyed. Please don't explode. Still, you gotta think of this as a pretty huge positive. We should have no chance to, like, ruin this run. I can't believe the secret room only touched 1 room, by the way. You almost never see that. Excuse me? I'm a little scared. I mean, I shouldn't be because... There's a decent chance. I mean, if we have to come back as Dark Judas, we have to come back as Dark Judas, right? Like, it is what it is. I'd prefer not to, because we got a chance to knock something out with Kane here. But we should have a pretty easy go of it regardless. I mean, Burkano... These guys are going to be outrageous. Aquarius, not really that good. Not as tempted as you might think to pop open that other item, by the way. I guess, you know, consider yourself lucky we got those red hearts. Not only are they what's keeping us alive right now, but we can actually replenish them. It's the strangest looking floor I've ever seen. Well, no. Seen some weird ones, like late game floors where the boss room is adjacent to your spawn room. Not adjacent, but like one room away. Still. It's a strange room. Kind of like a Bob and Doug McKenzie film. Black hole. Actually good. Volcano rune. Actually good. What are we gonna do with this? Well, we're gonna throw it down on the ground and it will probably kill every enemy it comes in contact with. Actually, it seems to synergize pretty well with our weird egg tiers as well. Scatter bombs and the bean. Not worth much. Please. I really, like, this is like a super do as I say, not as I do moment. Should have gone back, but I didn't. Pair throws, not worth too much. I needed to not be blank rune. I should go back. You can't deny, though, adds a certain little tension je ne sais quoi. I almost like, it's like punishment for me to force myself to do things the difficult way here. And look at that. It turns out it's not that difficult. Well, that's an incredibly useful defense to that attack. I just don't want to get close because I worry the homing shots will still kind of go in on me. Seems like we probably got a win more or less sewn up here. Or like a win more or less show enough. No, not today. At a later date, perhaps. Good. We unlocked Able. That's a lot of nothing for a decently difficult run, but hey, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.